Who knows? Who knows with that? All right, guys. Our fourth game of the night is the Nuggets versus the Suns. This is a good matchup, guys. Really good matchup. It's basically a pick 'em. The line is half point, so it's basically a pick 'em. Now, the line was at 1.5. That changed right before we got on air here to start recording because it was announced that Michael Porter Jr., Jarod's boy, will be playing in this matchup after being out with COVID protocol, and it's pretty much known that he had COVID.
Wait, rusty ass Michael Porter Jr. is worth a half point.
I guess so. Half point. A whole technically.
A whole
point technically.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rusty Michael Porter Jr. We don't know what he's been doing. But yeah, he's worth the point.
He's been doing COVID research. Clearly,
no mask wearing Michael Porter Jr.
That is right. I'd like to know what the over under is on somebody asking him about that after this game. That's right.
Well, you know what? I think I'm gonna jump on the Zoom call after that and ask, like, yo, so what do you think about COVID now? I might do it.
I think you should.
Here's the problem. My boy Nick, the Nuggets PR guy, gonna be like, yeah, now you ain't coming to no more post game.
Ask him if he was hanging with Chappelle out in Austin.
Yeah. Oh man! All right, the over under on this game is 220. Suns at home. Pick 'em. They're a slight favorite, but it's basically a pick 'em. The Suns, who've been looking really good here. Jokic looking like an MVP candidate. We'll get to more on that later. Leading the league in assists still as a big man. Very impressive. I'm going to start with Bryan on this one. Who do you like in this game? It's a pick 'em. This is a really tough one. It's a good matchup. The Nuggets need wins now because they're trying to get over 500 at 7-7. Who do you like in this matchup, B?
It's weird because like we picture the Nuggets being this high-powered offense, right? And just balanced and well-charged and all these things, but they're actually like fifth to last in pace right now in the NBA, and the Suns have been like in the bottom three all year. They're third to last now. I think the Knicks are actually dead last right now. Not that that's good or bad or anything, but if you're considering over/under play, probably a stay away unless you want to, take that under with these two teams. Chris Paul is having the Suns play at a slower pace, and there's good reason for that because it's actually been working and their offenses ran pretty well for most of the season. Now, in terms of over/under, I'm taking the under for that reason because like it just doesn't seem like the Nuggets don't really hit the shots that we think that they're hitting outside of Nikola Jokic. Like they have a lot of inconsistency with their roster, and Michael Porter Jr. is going to alleviate some of that over time. We'll see how he is tonight, but even the factor of him coming back makes this a stay away for me tonight. But Nikola Jokic is the obvious bet if you're trying to look at, points, rebounds, assists in the same way of Luka Doncic that we mentioned before. Points and rebounds. DeAndre Ayton's actually been rebounding the ball, better as of late. So he's somebody I would want to keep my eye on. And Chris Paul, not putting up the gaudy numbers that he did last year, but he's still somebody that I'm keeping in my mind as far as betting goes. But I'm taking the under, and I have no idea who's going to win this game, but I would lean towards the Suns.
Okay, fair. I like the Suns. I like the Suns in this one, being at home. But Jarod, what do you say to that? Is this an over/under you stay away from, or this one you want to get in on the action?
Yeah, the over/under is weird here. Brian's point about pace is well taken. I will say this: the Nuggets are 23rd in defensive rating. They also are fouling at a high clip, and the Suns shoot 81% as a team from the line. So I could see them getting a lot of cheap points to the free throw line just because the Nuggets aren't guarding right now. MPJ, even though he is my guy from an offensive standpoint, I don't believe in any of his COVID or other world beliefs. He is not going to help their defensive efforts, right? So right. That's going to be a problem. So I like the Suns in this game. Stay away from the over/under right now, I would say, but the Suns will win this one pretty easily.
Yeah, I can see that. Murph, who do you like in this matchup?
Yeah, I like the Suns also. Denver's playing a little better, but they're still uneven. The Suns have been the more solid team so far. I like Ayton's ability maybe to bother Jokic a little bit defensively. Ayton has been great, as Brian said, in terms of rebounding. He's averaging 12 rebounds a game, 1.3 blocks. His points could go up. He's only averaging 14. Booker has been solid. He could be better, also averaging 22, 4, and 3. The Suns are 5-0 against the spread in their last 5 games as a home favorite, and they're 9-1 in their last 10 home games. So everything's pointing towards the Suns. They're playing better on top of all that. So I'm pretty high on the Suns tonight.
I am as well. And if you watch these Suns games, they've been doing a great job of executing down the stretch. That's Chris Paul. You can see that when you're playing a game. So with this game being close, it is a pick'em game. Yeah, I gotta rock with the Suns on this one. They just look efficient offensively, and the execution down the stretch, even in tight games, has been pretty good. The only one I maybe really saw them struggling was their matchup against the Clippers, but they've been really solid down the stretch. So I like them. All right, that's it for these Friday night games. We also want to encourage all of our viewers out there. Thank you to everybody who's been tuning in thus far. Please, we encourage you, subscribe to the Props Network YouTube channel. You like the Pick Some Props show?